Hey guys, welcome to IBCade, where we talk about tech and cars. Today I want to talk about the special product, the AirPods Pro second generation. And I want to keep this short because I just want to talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and what's going to happen to these. Now, as you guys know, this is a very popular product. I've been using it for 2 weeks now, and I've gotten a good taste of what these are, what's improved, what it sounds like, and I've used it in different environments, so I know how good the noise canceling is. And I just want to start out by saying that Apple would never have a problem selling these because the first one sold very well, exceptionally well. Like if you're living in the city and you go out, you see so many people using this that you just know Apple made a bunch of money and a lot of people enjoy them. And that's probably why they kept the formula the same. Like, look at it. How would you know if this is the second generation or the first generation without looking at the side, right? Like, if you put this in 1 year and the first generation in the other year, no one's gonna know. It looks so similar to last generation that, you'd be hard pressed to find it, right? Unless you look at some details like that. And of course, you can find it. This emits a very loud sound, so you can find it. Thank you. That's a good thing, by the way. These are easy to lose. And you got a lanyard. Now, I gotta say this. They put a lanyard here, and it's funny because this case, like the first generation, scratches up very easily. So once you put this thing hanging and you put it on the backpack, it's going to scratch up so much. And, some people don't mind that. Some people like to keep their stuff scratchless, and I'm sorry to say that's not going to happen here unless you put a case on it. I wish they went with a different texture, more matte maybe. That would have been great, just like the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2, but they decided to keep the same signature look, shiny, and it scratches very well. So good luck with the lanyard. It's going to scratch more and more. Other than that, because it's white, no fingerprint residue, even if it's shiny. Probably if it was black, it would be messy, and maybe that's why they don't have a black. But I believe one day they are going to switch up the colors. So maybe not this generation, but in the third or fourth generation, I think that will happen. Now let me get down to the bottom of this. The best thing about this headphone, the number one thing, is the noise canceling. It's not the sound, it's not the comfort, it's nothing but the noise canceling. The noise canceling on this has tremendously improved. Apple says 2 times better. Empirically, I just say that, let's say you go to a cafe and you hear music, like Starbucks or any cafe in the city, and you hear music. Somehow it just blocks the entire music, but you will hear mugs, dishes, people's feet, high frequency noises, bumps, things that the noise canceling can't really, it's not fast enough and still not sophisticated enough to block. You'll hear that. But for the most part, it should get rid of people talking, should get rid of the music, and you will have a great experience at the cafe, listening to your music, typing away, and working. So that's my take on that. Subway. Now, when I go on the subway, again, pretty quiet. Subway is a loud place. The New York subway screech and has a lot of loud, uncomfortable noises. And sorry to say, again, it's not going to make those completely go away, but it is going to improve your commute if you turn on the music, and you're going to enjoy it much more than the first generation. So they have really improved the noise cancellation on this, and it's outstanding what they've done. I'd say that is the first and the best thing that they did. The second thing, the sound. Sound is subjective, right? Again, you're getting a very full, clear, heavy bass, and overall, like when you turn on spatial sound, like it's going to sound immersive. You're going to sound like you're wrapped in music, and it's going to be hard to turn it off. Once you experience that, you can't go back. So definitely turn the spatial on, and you will love it. Okay, and that's what they did. And I think that when it comes to that, it's kind of like, I wouldn't say cheating, but it does make your music more dynamic. And once you get used to it, you start looking for it in other headphones, and when the headphones don't have that kind of spatial sound, 3D sound, you're a little bit disappointed because you kind of want that. And of course, there are some purists who say, no, I don't want any of that. I just want my music to be pure as possible. That's fine. If you're a purist, you're not going to buy this anyways. So that's that. Now, I would also argue, and this is from like tons of testing, right, that the sound signature is similar to this. And if you've ever heard this is the Galaxy Buds Pro original. This also has a very full, a big kick, has good bass, and fantastic loud sound. And what the new Galaxy Buds Pro 2 did was they made it much more warmer, more easy to listen to, very different from the first generation. Now, of course, I'm not saying that the noise canceling or the sound quality is as good as the AirPods second generation, but I'm saying they kind of have the same, what should I say? They had the same agenda of how it should sound between these two. And I'm sure if you're an Apple user, you never heard of this, but I'm just saying out there, if you came from a Samsung by any chance and you were using these, you're gonna love it because this is gonna be like the better cousin of this. All right, so that's something to compare. I'd also say that the battery life has not improved from the first generation, which I guess is a good thing because the noise canceling improved, and that probably means more battery was used, but somehow it's more efficient so that the H2 chip in here is able to have the same battery as the first generation. Does that make sense? Basically, I'm saying it is an improvement, but something that you cannot really notice. So go ahead. I had no problem charging and using this all day. Take it to the gym, by the way. It's water resistant, and you can sweat in these. I'd only say that they might not be as comfortable or as fitting as like the Beats, because this design and shape is exactly the same. So if you were not going to the gym with the first one, I don't see why you would start going with the second one. The ear tips, there is different sizes, just like I think of it like a t-shirt, small, medium, large, X large, and you just have to find the one. Most people like the one that it came with. I actually switched it up to the smaller tips, and that's the reason why I'm returning it. Say what? Yeah, I'm returning these because for some reason, first generation, second generation, my ears do not feel comfortable using this. My left ear, when I use this, still hurts. It's not Apple's fault. It is my ear's fault. And it's just, I can't listen to it more than 30, 45 minutes without my ear hurting. Just right where the hole is. And I don't know what to do. Like, I really want to keep these. I really want to listen to it, but I cannot. It's not worth it for me if I can't listen to it for more than 30 minutes. And it's not worth it if I keep using different earphones. Because like this, for example, I didn't have that issue. I could have these on for 2 hours and I'd be fine. I was personally hoping that they would change the design a little bit, even a little bit, to make this more comfortable. But still uncomfortable for me. They didn't change it much, which was disappointing. So anyone who has the first generation and was like the same as me, saying, man, these are not comfortable, I doubt you will have any relief with the second generation. But if everyone on the first generation really liked it, then I still want to get the second generation. I mean, the first generation is good, right? Unless you have a lot of money, just keep your first generation. Enjoy it. This right here is great if you have money and you want the best of the best and you want better noise canceling. Like for example, if your noise canceling was a big bother to you, then go ahead, upgrade. But if not, just I see no problem with holding on to the first one. Now, if you're coming brand new, you have no headphones and you're still like stuck on wire, and you want to get a new one, this is it. This is the one you get. If you're an Apple user, I don't see why you would get anything else. It connects seamlessly. It connects with your watch, your phone, your iPad. It just works. And that's the beauty of using Apple, right? It just works. It just connects and then lets you listen to whatever you want to right away. And that is done here. So do not use this. I used this with my Samsung Galaxy phone, and to be honest, the sound was great, but I couldn't have any controls. and of course the seamless connectivity was not there. So unfortunately, these companies put us in an ecosystem where it's hard to switch devices. This one connects seamlessly with Samsung phones, and this one connects seamlessly with Apple phones, and that's just the reality, even if you don't like it. So I'd say go for it, but for me, I am going to return it. Thank you guys. I hope that was a short, concise version of the review. There's so much I could have talked about, but I just want to say overall, these are fantastic earphones, and Apple did a good job once again. If you guys have questions, please put in the comments below. Also, I'd appreciate it that if you would sub. This is something that I do in my own time with my own money. So if you guys sub, that would help so much. And I try to bring you guys my honest review, not sugarcoating anything. All right. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.